He's a pro football fan of the Dallas Cowboys, and so is T.J. Jefferson. And Karl Anthony Towns has been all over T.J. because the Eagles beat the Cowboys. We'll show this to our Hall of Famer. Is he ready to join us right now? Fantastic. Courtesy of DraftKings Sportsbook, our friend, Shaquille O'Neal. What's up, Shaq? How you doing?
I'm not talking to you till you show the Cowboys with some respect. We're going to win 7 games in a row, and we're still in the playoffs.
Thank you, Diesel.
Let me write that down. Karl Anthony Towns came on this program during the summer wearing a Jalen Hurts Eagles gamer. He met T.J. Jefferson, the resident Cowboy fan here, and this is what he just sent him. He just sent him all of these balloons and Eagles-colored balloons and flowers with the final score in balloons as well, 34-6. Shaq.
Disrespectful, Shaq.
It sure is. I actually watched that game. Hey, we're having some problems now, but have you ever heard the word worser? Of course you have not, because there's no such thing. So what the point I'm trying to make is, yes, it can get no worse. Right now we're on the first floor, and we just got to win one game at a time. We got 7 games left. There still is a chance.
Okay.
As long as there's a chance, I believe. I do believe.
But did you think Karl Anthony Towns had that sort of troll game in him? Look at what he sent over here, Shaq.
Well, he is from Jersey.
That's right.
And I know his father very well, and his mother was such a beautiful woman. Rest in peace. I have a lot of respect for Karl Anthony Towns, but when you're from Jersey, you definitely have a great sense of humor.
All right, Shaquille O'Neal here on the Rich Eisen Show. Shaq, I heard what you had to say about Joel Embiid last night at halftime of that game. You didn't mince any words, Shaq.
Yeah, because as the supreme ruler of the Big Man Alliance, I think I know what it takes. And first, you have to have the eye. Like, we as fans, like, for example, they had 2 legends that walked in the building last night. When you saw Dr. J play, did you look at Dr. J's eyes? When you saw Allen Iverson play, did you see his eyes? I don't see that same look in Joel Embiid. So as a big man, and as a big man that's a leader, I know the mentality you have to have. One, you have to come in no holds barred, because if the players see that and they know you're serious, they'll take it serious. You can't come out before the season and say, I'm not going to play back-to-back games, because that gives the followers room to breathe. And when you're in control of a team, there's no room to breathe, Devin George. There's no room to breathe, Big Shot Bob. There's no room to breathe, Rick Fox. Now, Rick Fox used to always tell me, hey, Shaq, when you get serious, then we'll get serious. And I didn't know what he was talking about. But then when Phil came and gave me the blueprint of how I win championships, it was all on me. Like, I had to come in with the killer instinct, and, I had to play, I had to do this, and they demanded a lot of me. I demanded a lot of them. I didn't see him go to the post not one time yesterday. And I know people want to say, oh, the game is different. The game don't have to be different. The game is about simplicity. If I'm playing right now, I'm going to do the easiest thing to make me more successful. Period. And he's doing that.
Well, I mean, so why is that? Why is it?
I don't know. I don't really. I know who he is, but I don't really know how his motor ticks. I mean, I would like to think that everybody has the same motivation. If I'm these players right now, I'm watching Luka Doncic. Do you know why I say that?
Why?
Luka's gonna be making $90 million a year. So if I'm half as good as Luka, that's 45. If I'm half as good as that, that's another 22 right there. So whatever these guys is doing, that's what I'm doing. When a lot of players come in, of course they come in for the monetary privilege that's about to have to them, but it's always clauses in your contract. If you do this, if you do this, if you get better, you can get an extension. I'd be trying to get these extra extensions. And then I asked Ernie this: how do you want to be remembered? You know who said that to me? He didn't say it to me. He said it in an article, and it really woke me up. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said that. And I was like, damn, man. And me being the respect that I have, I'm like, he does have 6, and he is remembered as one of the greatest of all time. I think that's what I want. Because, they were trying to, how the media are, oh, Shaq's dominant big man, and he's averaging all these numbers. You were there because your wife was covering us, and he's doing this and he's doing all these numbers. And Kareem said, "Yeah, but he gets swept every year in the playoff, and he doesn't win a championship." Not only did that hurt, it was the truth. A lot of times, before you get all sensitive, my mother taught me, see if there's some truth in the criticism. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was 1,000,000% right. Yeah, Shaq, you averaging 39 and 40 and putting up big numbers, but you're probably the legend that has the most sweeps. I think me and Paul Gasol have been swept 5, 6 times. So once he said that, I really had to get that eye, Rich. I really had to turn it up. So when I watched him play last night, I don't see that. So I put it out as a challenge, and I actually hope he gets mad, because when he gets mad, I like the way he plays.
Shaquille, who's that?
Who's great right now, and I've been on him the last couple of years, and I ain't got nothing to say this year. Donovan Mitchell. That's what I'm talking about, Big Donovan.
Yeah, Cavs are killing it right now. They're absolutely killing it right now. What ails the Bucks, Shaq? What's going on with them, do you think, right now?
I really had high hope. And I think I have to stop doing this. I thought we all as players had the same mentality, but I don't think it's like that with this era of basketball. Like, I tried to take on David Robinson, the ferocity of Patrick Ewing. Like, however they thought, that's how I tried to think. You would think, and this is no disrespect to Boston. Boston are the champions, but they did have a sort of a easier route. You would think that Milwaukee, because their players were hurt, they would be upset. You would think Philly, because their players were hurt, they would be upset. I actually thought Philly, and especially when they got Paul George, I thought Philly was going to come in like, I actually thought Milwaukee was going to come like that. That would have been my motivation. That actually was my motivation. Every time we got swept by the Spurs, how that killed me. Every time we swept by Utah, how that killed me. So I don't really know what their problem is. They got two of the greatest players. I can't put a finger on it. They're playing well, and I just don't know. I'm never the guy that says is the coach, because to me the coach has always been, I don't want to use the word irrelevant, but the coach has always been the guy to just keep everybody together. It ain't about plays and all that, because the coach can be on the court with you. You remember Phil just used to sit there with his knees crossed. Get it together. Okay, move the ball. Stop it. So, a lot of people can blame it on the coach, but the players at some point gotta step it up.
Shaquille O'Neal here on the Rich Eisen Show. The DraftKings Sportsbook customers going to receive, what's the NBA Cup double up boost on Tuesdays and Fridays throughout the Emirates Cup here?
Shaq. Well, DraftKings, I have this memorized, so bear with me.
You got it. You go for it.
Okay, so DraftKings has a lot of exciting offerings and promotions for basketball fans. Throughout the NBA Cup, sportsbook customers will receive the NBA Cup double boost every Tuesday and Friday, consisting of one NBA same-game parlay profit boost and one NBA live boost. You like those memory skills, Rich?
Shaquille, oh, freaking Neal right there. You can sell that double boost parlay stuff like anybody's business. Well done.
And I have to say, because, DraftKings offers plenty of betting markets for fans to enjoy, but it is very important to play responsibly. Keep it fun, have a game plan, and always stay within your limits. Remember, it's more fun when it's for fun. I'll also have that memorized.
Shaquille O'Neal, everybody, he's honestly, he studied for this test. Shaquille, I'm watching you guys last night, and I'm like, the NBA needs to keep this show on the air. The four of you have got to stay together. Is there any chance the four of you stay together, Shaquille O'Neal?
I'm always keep it professional.
Yes, sir.
And there's some things going on, and hopefully we can get the situation resolved. But I agree with you. I love the guys, and so that's all I can say right now. But I agree with you. I always tell Ernie this. Is like, Ernie, thank you. He's like, what are you thinking me, kid? Ernie made me famous. Ernie came to my house in 1989 when I was living on an Army base.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my father. And like I had a lot of like dreams that's going on. Like, man, I wish I could get interviewed by him. It came true. Man, I wish Dick Vitale knew who I was. It came true. I wish I could, go to college. So, being able to sit next to him, especially for the past 12 years, it's just been a wonderful thing. But I do agree with you, and we're going to work this year, and I think they're still working on something.
I hope so. Because, again, like last night, perfect example. Because, again, obviously this is not my first rodeo hosting TV. And, with a bunch of guys who know each other really well. And it's so rare to see on television, the chemistry that you guys have. I think at one moment, Kenny went off script saying, I need a couple minutes here. And he starts talking. And Ernie says, you're going to take his time, pointing to Charles. And then he started talking about UConn, and the three of you were like, forget it, like, get out of here. Like, he started making noise, and it sounds like what friends sound like when they talk to each other, Shaq, and it's still rare to see.
Not only friends. I'm sitting here right here looking at my little brother.
Uh-huh.
I feel like the little brother to Charles. Like I always wanted a big brother. And when I used to go out and fight people that had big brothers, I'm like, damn, I ain't got no big brother to fight for me.
Right.
Charles is that big brother that I had. And a lot of people think that, especially when we start arguing, oh man, y'all don't like each other. I said, bro, you have no idea what you're talking about. Charles is one of my best friends. So is Kenny, so is Ernie. It just happens. I'm about to have an argument with my little brother right now, but he's still my guy.
Right.
I love him. He's still my guy. So, you talk about how together we are. I think it's more than friendship. Like Charles is that older brother that I always would wish for, and the older brother that's going to say what he wants, even if it pisses you off. But Charles, as you know, is one of the nicest human beings ever. And his mom was just like that. And his mom and my mom were best friends. And I see where he gets it from. Charles is an outstanding, fine individual who's going to say what's on his mind. And that's how it should always be.
So, not to put words in your mouth, I would never do that, just to wrap it up, because you can't say right now. But for those who think that this show is definitely toast, not yet, right now, as we're talking.
Like I said, I'm always have to be professional, so I really can't elaborate it, but we will be here this year, and hopefully they can work some things out.
Shaquille O'Neal, you're the best. Susie says hello.
Hello, too.
Okay.
Love your show.
You're the best. Thanks, Shaquille O'Neal.
I need you to help me with dream scenarios.
Okay. What do you need?
7 games left for the Cowboys, right?
Yes, sir.
So how can we get in the playoffs? We're going to win 5 out of 2?
Let's see. Is the rest of the league still playing?
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it doesn't stop. There's a schedule, Shaquille O'Neal. There it is. So there's 8 games left. There's 8 games left.
My question, sir, so you don't have to do all the homework because I know time is limited. What do we have to do to get in the playoffs? 5-3, 6-2, 8-0, 7-1.
I think 8-0. To be very honest with you, I mean 7-1 would be 10 wins. Yeah. 10-7 might do it. 11. I mean, you really think they can do that? Dak's gone. Dak's out. No one's running the ball. Shaquille O'Neal, like no one's running it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I have hope. I would hate to see us. Like right now, we're not doing well, but
okay.
I would like to see us try to push and try to get it back.
Okay.
Right now, there's a lot going on, and it can only go up from here. And you still didn't answer my question. 6-2, 7-1, 8.
I would 7-1. You gotta have 10 wins.
7-1. You gotta have 10 wins. Yeah. You gotta have 10 wins.
Okay, cool. And guess what? It's going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Look for my call, Shaquille, or Carl Anthony Towns might send you flowers and balloons to your studio in Atlanta. That might happen.
If not, I will put on this little helmet and wear it for 200 days straight.
Shaq,
take it off. I'll take a shower.
Shaq, don't do that. Don't make that.
Hold
don't
on.
make
Does
that
it
bet,
fit?
Diesel.
No, it doesn't even go. Oh, yeah.
Doesn't even fit, but I'll make it fit.
Shaq, don't do any bet that involves you dressing up like a cheerleader or having to eat something.
That was like 8 years ago. We're still waiting for that.
We're still waiting to pay that off.
Hold on, I paid it off. What are you talking about?
No, you
I
said
paid it off.
no. You were in my studio at the Super Bowl in Atlanta, but not here in a full cowboy cheerleader outfit, like you said would happen. That was when Romo was quarterbacking back in that day. Yeah.
Well, you know what? My office had a house on fire, and like I lost all my files, so I don't know if I should sign that contract or not. Sorry.
You're the best, Shaq. Take care of yourself, man. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. That's Shaquille O'Neal of DraftKings Sportsbook, courtesy right there, memorizing all of his lines. Fantastic. NBA Cup double up boost. The great Shaquille O'Neal. Love that guy.
Emirates Cup.
Hey, if he's still listening, you got to text Susie, Shaq. You got to text her. He's there.
I will.
Okay, do it. Do it. That is the last person on whose side you don't want to be on the good side. You know that already, Shaq. You know that.
Susie, your husband is still a sex symbol.
Actually, Susie texted me, remind Shaq he was supposed to wear chaps also.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Back in the... Yeah.
Chaps.
Mm-hmm.
Chaps.
Take care of yourself, Shaq. You're the best.
All right, I love you.
Yeah, but I love you too. That's Shaquille O'Neal, everybody. There he goes. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.